Hey guys, from this video onwards we will be starting with the drawing section. Now before moving on with the drawing section, I would first like to show you all the part of which we are going to make engineering drawing in SolidWorks now. Okay, so I'll just open the part and show it to you so that you all will understand the drawing as well. So I'll go to file, open. I'm going to open this particular part. Okay, so have a look at this. This is the part of which we are going to do the engineering drawing now. Okay, so let us close this. Go to file, click on new and select drawing and then click on OK. Now as soon as you open it, it is first going to ask you the sheet format or the sheet size. So here you have two options available, whether you want standard sheet size or the custom sheet size. If you select standard sheet size, then there are various options available over here. Can you see? These are the options that you have to choose from. If you select only show standard formats, then you will see less options which are specifically standard ones. Okay, so I am going to deselect this and I am going to select A2 ISO as my sheet format. Clear? Now if you have some other format available in your PC, then you can obviously browse from here and select whichever format you want. Clear? Let's close. Now if you click on custom sheet size, then you can define the width and height according to you. Now since we are selecting the standard sheet size as A2 ISO, then the width and height is predefined and it is default. Okay, so I'll select this and then I'll click on OK. Now after this, you have to select the part or the assembly of which you want to do the engineering drawing. So I'll browse for the part, and this is the part of which I am going to do the engineering drawing. So I select it and click on open. Now here it is asking you which view do you want. So here there are various views available. If you select this, you will get front view. If you select this, you will get the top view. If you select this, you will get the isometric view, the right view, the bottom view, the left view, and here we have the back view. Suppose if you want more than one view, then you have to select create multiple views, and in this I am going to select the front view. For example, I am going to select front view and the top view and isometric view. Clear? Here there are two more options available, whether you want trimetric view or the dimetric view. It depends upon you if you want to select any one of them. Then here there is mirror option available. If you want the mirror view, then you select this and here you will get two different options, that is whether you want horizontal or vertical. Since we do not want the mirror view, therefore I am not going to select this. Then here are the import options. Now here in import options you have import annotations. In simple words, if I tell you, annotations means dimensions. If you want the sketch to have dimensions along with it, then you are going to select this. And in the dimensions it is asking you which all dimensions do you want. Do you want design annotations? Yes, I want. Do you want include items from hidden features? Yes, I want that. The meaning of this is that it will even give dimensions to the hidden items. Clear? And here you have 3D view annotations. I am not going to select this as I don't want it. Now in the display style, it has 5 different options available. Now how to choose one from them? The first one is the shaded one. So here is the example. How is the shaded one going to look like? Then second one is the shaded with edges. Clear? The third one is the hidden lines removed, which means that it will only show you the solid lines and not the hidden lines. Okay. Then here we have solid line along with hidden lines, and in the last we have the wireframe view. Okay, where the hidden lines which we usually draw as dotted lines, they will get converted into a solid line. So I am going to select this particular option, that is hidden lines visible. Okay, so here you got to know how the example is exactly going to look like. Then in the scale you have two options available, whether you want to use the sheet scale or whether you want to use the custom scale. If you feel that the sketch is small or the sketch is big, then you can obviously refer to the custom scale according to your requirement. Okay, Then in the dimension type you have two options available, whether you want the projected dimensions or the true dimensions. I want the projected dimensions, therefore I am going to select projected dimensions. Now in the cosmetic thread display there are two options, high quality or draft quality. Since if you have observed in our part there is no thread as such, therefore there is no issue of high quality or draft quality, it does not matter for us. And here we have the atomic view update. Now once you are done with this, then I'll simply click on OK, and here you can see the different views are available. This is the front view, this is the top view, and this is your right isometric view. Now guys, as you can see that the size is sufficient. If you want to decrease the size more, then you can select this, and here you can obviously go to custom scale, use custom scale, and here you can select 1:2. So you can observe that now the size has decreased, but we don't want to decrease the size, so we will select use sheet scale itself. Okay, done. Now once it's done, then click on OK. Now guys, if you observe over here, then the dimensions are not in a systematic arrangement, they are just in a haphazard manner. So if you want to arrange them properly, then you have to just simply select them and move accordingly. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here now that I have arranged the dimensions properly, and this is very important because sometimes the values get overlapped and the reader may not be able to see which exactly value you are trying to refer to. Okay, so you have to arrange them in a proper manner. Now after this thing is done, now guys, here you can see there are different tabs available: drawing, annotation, sketch, and so on. So in this particular video we are going to understand the drawing tab, and we are going to understand most of the options that are available over here. Okay, first of all let us start with the model view. Now what is the meaning of the model view? So suppose if I select the model view, then if you want the drawing of another part on the same sheet, then you have to select the model view, and here you can obviously browse for the part. Yes, for example I will select the exhaust manifold and I will click on open. Okay, here you select the views whichever you want. I'm going to select the top view and the front view, and after this is done you just simply click on OK. And can you see here you have got the drawing of two different parts on the same sheet. Now you can observe over here that the drawings are overlapping with each other. So I'll select this, I'll select this and I'll move this. Can you see? Okay, I'll move this one as well, then I'll select this and I'll move it as well. Clear? So this is how you can move them as well. Okay, now after this thing is done, suppose if you want to delete this, then how you can do it? You can just simply select on drawing view 5, right click on it and delete them. Clear? Same you want to delete this as well. So I'll right click on it and click on delete. Okay, so guys, I hope that model view is pretty much clear for you. If you want to make one more sheet, then you can click on this add sheet, and here you have got a sheet, and here you can click the model view and get the drawing of the other part. Since we don't want this, then I'll obviously delete it. Okay, now let's move on to the projected view. Now in the projected view it is very simple again. I just have to select any one drawing. For example, if I select this, then you can observe that if I go to the right, I will get the right hand side view of it. If I go to the top, I'll get the top view of it, which we already have, and it is very much similar to it. And if you go to the bottom, then you will get the bottom view. Similarly, if you go to the left, you will get the left view. If you go in this particular direction, you will get the isometric view. So this is how you can get the view by just simply projecting it. Okay, it depends upon you. Okay, now after understanding the projected view, let us move on to the auxiliary view. Now this is very interesting. In the auxiliary view, what happens is that you simply have to select any one particular edge, and it will give you a drawing according to that particular edge. Okay, so I'll select for example this particular edge. Okay, can you see? Now according to this particular edge you are getting one drawing. Okay, Similarly, you can try with different various edge, and you will get to know how this particular feature actually works like. So I click on OK. Now I want to delete this because it is consuming more of the page, so I'll delete it. Now after this, let's move on to the section view. Now this is a very important tool as compared to the others. So here in the section tool, we have different options available, whether you want to create the section vertically, horizontally, auxiliary, or in an aligned way. So first of all, I will show you how to create in a vertical manner. So I'll select this vertically. Okay, for example, I'll cut at this particular stage. Okay, and I'll click on OK. And now you can see I am getting the section view at this particular section. Can you see this particular section BB? Okay, I am getting the view at this particular section. So this is how you make use of section view in a vertical direction. Let us delete this. Okay, now I'll again go to section view. Here you have now horizontal section. So if I select this, now can you see I am getting the section horizontally. Similarly, if I select auxiliary, then I am getting in a somewhat slanting manner. Clear? And this is aligned view. So this is very important view. One more. For example, if I start from here, I'll go up till like this. And for example, I create a view like this. Okay. Now can you see I am cutting somewhat in two particular directions, therefore I am getting two drawings. Can you see? See, this particular drawing refers to this section, this drawing refers to this section. Okay, so here it is very interesting to see, and in between there is no space. See, from this particular point till here, it is not going to cut with the model, therefore you are getting gap in the between. So this is also a very important tool, but not frequently used. Okay, and now here you have the remove section tool. Now guys, between the section view and the remove section, there is a very minor difference. Now for example, what happens is that if I select section view and if I cut horizontally, then the complete model is going to get cut, right? But if I select remove section view and if I want the model to cut only from this particular edge till this edge, that is only this portion and not this and not this, then I am going to select the remove section, where I am going to select the edge 1 and I am going to select the opposite edge. And now guys, here I will select manual and I want to cut in between these two edges only. Can you see? See, whatever is going to get cut is going to get cut in these two edges only. So I'll click on OK. Now the important point that you must remember about the remove section view is that, see, it is only going to cut between this edge and this edge. This particular portion and this portion is not going to get affected. Okay, this is a very important point, and please do not get confused between the remove section and the section view. Now after this, there is one more interesting view, that is the detail view. Now in the detail view, you have to simply draw one circle wherever you find that the drawing is complex. So suppose, for example, I cannot distinguish between the drawing, so I'll draw one circle over here. Okay, and now you will get a detail view of that. See, in short, it is going to give you one zoom in view. Okay, you have zoom in and it is going to enlarge that particular section of the drawing. So wherever you draw the circle, that particular region is going to get enlarged and you will get the view known as the detail view. Clear? Now after this, we have the relative view. Now here relative view is also one more important thing. So for example, if I select relative to view, then you will automatically go to your 3D CAD model. If you are not able to go over there, then you have to open it. So for example, if I want the view perpendicular to this particular face, because many times what happens, we have the front view, we have the right hand side view, we have the top view, we have the bottom view, but no one refers to a view at our particular angle. For example, if I want to have a view which is normal to this particular plane, then I will select this plane and I will select a right plane over here, and I'll select this right plane, and now see, I'll get a view which will be normal to the plane that you have selected. This is a slant plane, and the view that we will get will be normal to it. So I'll simply click on OK, and here you have got a view which is normal to the plane that you had selected. See, now we are also getting the true length of the dimensions which are lying in that particular plane. Can you see? So this is also a very important tool. You will get a view at your angle. Okay, so this is the basic meaning of relative view. Now here you have standard view as well. Now before moving on to the standard view, let me delete this because there is no space left in the drawing sheet. I'll delete this as well. Okay, so let us click on standard 3 view. This is a very easy tool. For example, if I browse for certain part, okay, I'll browse for example, I'll browse for exhaust manifold again. I'll click on open, and simply what will happen over here is that, see, I have got the front view, the top view, and the right hand side view. So the simple meaning of standard 3 view is that, wait, I'll shift this so that you all are able to properly observe it. So here you can see that I have got a front view, the top view, and a right hand side view. So this is the simple meaning of standard 3 view. So these are the 3 standard views, and if you select this particular option and if for a part, then you will get these 3 views automatically. You don't have to select them individually in create multiple views. Okay, now I will delete them because there is no space again. Okay, now let us move on to the broken out section view. Again, this is a very interesting view. So for example, first I have to sketch something. So let us sketch an ellipse. Okay, let us sketch, and you can sketch anything. So I'm going to sketch one ellipse over here. Okay, now I'll go to drawing, and here I am going to select broken out section view, and here you have to define the depth. How much depth do you want to break? Okay, so I'll select 10 mm only, and I'll click on OK. See, so 10 mm depth is got cut, and hence you are getting hatching lines over here. Can you see? This is the meaning of broken out section view. So if you want to break something out of the part, and if you want to see what is the drawing that you will get, then you can do with the help of the broken out section view. Again, very interesting view, that is the nothing but the break view. So for example, I will first delete this so that you can observe very nicely what is the meaning of the break view. So I'll select the break view now, and it is asking me to select one particular view. So I'm going to select this, and now it is asking me in which direction do you want to cut. Whether you want to cut in the vertical direction, then can you see a vertical cut is appearing. Whether you want to cut in a horizontal direction, then a horizontal cut will appear. And here you have to define the gap size. How much gap size do you want between the two cuts? So for example, I'll enter 15. Okay, now here you have the break line style option available as well. Suppose if I select straight, then you are getting a straight line. Can you see? Suppose if I select the curve cut, then you are getting the curve cut option available. Suppose if I select the zigzag cut, you are getting zigzag cut, and similarly here you have the small zigzag cut as well. Okay, so I'll select the zigzag cut, okay, and select one particular section and draw one more and go some distance either up or down and select one more thing. And can you see, now it is going to get breaked into two different parts, and the distance between the two parts is 15 mm since we have entered the gap size at 15 mm. So I'll click on OK, and this is how you get the break view. Clear? Now there is one more option available, that is the crop view. Now in the crop view, first you have to draw some sketch. So for example, if I sketch a polygon, for example, okay, see, I have sketched this particular polygon. Okay, now I'll select this, I'll go to drawing, and I'll click on crop view. See, I'm only getting the view of the polygon. So whatever view was present inside the polygon, only that I am getting. Clear? So here you can draw any particular shape, any closed shape, and you will easily get the crop view as well. So guys, I hope that this was useful for you all. So let us meet in the next video. Thank you.